Okay, I think this is going to be the last one for the year of Evil Giant Robots 4.
Miranda.
And it's been a pretty crazy fall, hasn't it?
Sure is.
So the last time we talked, it was before the Long Beach Comic-Con. So we went to Long Beach Comic-Con, and before we went there, we picked sketchbook number 2 up at the house of E.J. Sue, a famous Transformers artist, and he did an incredible one.
Oh, he's amazing at robots.
Yes, and he autographed the book.
Yeah.
He did a book on how to draw robots, and he autographed it for you. And he did this wonderful gorilla robot with its arms up, and it's truly stunning. Then we went to Long Beach. We weren't that aggressive in Long Beach. We were just there in one day. We got 3 sketches in Long Beach. And last year I think I was there 2 days, and I got 17 sketches. So it's like interesting in this part of the project, like slowing down, just taking your time, like picking and choosing, not like going crazy, trying to, come on, finish, we got to get it to someone else.
Yeah.
So after Long Beach, I took there's 4 sketchbooks now. I took sketchbook number 3 and I sent it to Japan. And
with Matt Alt.
Matt Alt has it, who you've met, who's the author of
Yokai Attack, I think the Ninja Attack, and the Yurei Attack.
Yeah, and they're all good books. We've given them as gifts to your friends.
No, we've given one. That was Yurei Attack.
Yurei Attack to your friend Maya for her birthday, and she loves it. Great books. Check them out if you don't have them. But he's going to take care of it until sketchbook number 3 is done. So we gave it to him with 100 out of 111, so he'll get 10 sketches. He's not going to show them to us, but I do know that one of them has been done, so he'll get 9 more for us.
Cool.
So there was a big convention this year, New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
Which we talked about.
That was good.
Yeah.
I liked that.
It was crazy. We went. We were there separately. She was there for a bat mitzvah, and I was there, doing other stuff with the New York Comic Con.
Getting sketches.
Getting sketches, doing Sketch Fighter there.
Yep.
And we hung out there on Sunday and got some sketches. But I was there for all 4 days. Before New York Comic Con, I took sketchbook number 4 and I mailed it to Menton 3 Cubed. I don't know how to say it. And Menton 3, and he wanted to do one in his studio, and he used airbrush, and it was really creepy and a good one that is not really a convention sketch. It's more of a commission because he really was able to take his time. So I had that. I took sketchbook number 1 with me as well, and I spoke to an art rep there who has a relationship with Adam Kubert, who I couldn't get at Boston, and he was going to do a sketch in sketchbook number 1. There's 2 pages left before you're drawing in sketchbook number 1. He's going to do one of them, but I'm not going to get it back for months and months. And that's fine, because it's not like there's a whole bunch of pages that I could be doing with other artists at that time.
2 more?
There's 2 more, and then it's done. So I don't know who the penultimate page is going to be before you're drawing.
It better be someone good, because it's like last page, like second to last page. I mean,
I know who I want it to be.
Like Crash McCreary.
Crash McCreary is
James Cameron or Tim Burton or someone really, really famous.
I want Crash.
I know. Worked on Stan Winston Studios.
Yeah,
he was the concept
maybe,
designer.
and he lives like one town over. So maybe we'll write him a letter.
In where?
He lives in like Encino.
Oh. I thought you meant like one like town over.
Like
but really it's one city over.
Yeah, he's not that far. So we got some other good sketches at New York Comic Con. Got Peter Cooper. I asked him, sometimes when people are known for something, I say, hey, do an evil giant robot that would exist in this universe of what you're known for. And I said, what would a spy versus spy evil giant robot look like? And he took his time.
He did one.
It was awesome. It was so much fun.
It was the
it was crashing through a wall, and it had like a slingshot with a.
It was the white one fighting the black one.
Yeah. Joe Staten, who played Sketch Fighter with us in New York, I said to him, like, what would a 30s evil giant robot, like in the universe of Dick Tracy? And he did one. It doesn't look so 30s, but in my mind, this could be big boys. Evil Giant Robot, who's a Dick Tracy villain. You probably don't know. I did talk to Frank Whiteley. He was at the convention. He wasn't doing any sketching at all. Very nice. He had gotten the email that Chris Burnham had sent, and he said that he was going to be doing some sketching in a few months through More Great Art. And there's a art rep there, Mike Andropoulos, I think his name is a Greek-sounding name. I had dealt with him when I got a sketch from Ed McGuinness at San Diego Comic-Con, so I've been emailing him. So maybe we'll get a Frank Whiteley sketch when he's done. Maybe we'll mail him a sketchbook. Yeah, and he was a nice guy and very sort of tortured. Like, he never thinks that his stuff is good enough. His artwork, he says, is never as good as it is in his mind, as he pictures it in his mind, which is something that Chris Van Allsburg always said. So it is a common theme with very meticulous artists. So New York Comic Con was over. I took sketchbook number 2 and I mailed it to my friend Greg Vermette, who did a page in sketchbook number 2, and he took it to an event at the University of Pennsylvania and got a sketch from Richard Egielski, who I'd communicated, I reached out to him, I didn't hear back from him, I didn't know if this was the sort of thing he wouldn't want to do, but he did it, and we got him, another Caldecott winner. So it's been a good fall for that. And then I took sketchbook number 4, and I mailed it to Paper Engineer, Norma Toraya. Toraya, and she did this one, which is an amazing pop-up evil giant robot that's stealing crystals, and very different, and very fragile. So sketchbook number 4 we got to take good care of.
But it's good.
Yeah,
it looks awesome.
Completely different entry in the sketchbook. I did go to Kamikaze. Kamikaze was light this year. Not a ton of artists. I did get one from Bernard Chang, which was very good.
Did a lot of weapons, a lot of machinery.
Because we saw him at Long Beach. He was too busy at Long Beach. He said, talk to me at Kamikaze. We did, and he took his time with it. And nice guy and great artist. Yep. And Rob Rieger, who does Emily the Strange.
Yeah, we got him.
Yeah, we got him.
He did this weird cat robot.
Yeah. The great thing about this project is everyone has their own take on stuff. So, just different, welcome entry to the project. So that's kind of where we are now. This is Saturday, November 15th, and next weekend is CTN, Creative Talent Network in Burbank. I've gone there, this will be my 3rd year there getting sketches. And I was able to reach out to some people beforehand who agreed to do something. It'll probably be quick, but James Gurney is there. Dinotopia, famous art instructor, guru. He said that he would do something. Peter DeSev, another famous big deal guy, New Yorker, Ice Age, the squirrel is him.
Scrat.
One of, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best guys at expressions ever. He does amazing expressions.
Wait, who do you like more? What's his name? The guy who did Hero Bear?
Kunkel. Mike Kunkel.
Mike Kunkel or Peter DeSav.
They're both excellent.
With expressions.
Yes, they're both excellent. As is Scott Gustafson,
Yeah, but he does it even better with paintings.
Yeah, because he makes everything seem very...
With Peter DeSev and Mike Kunkel, it's sketchy and cartoony, but with him, it's beautiful paintings and expressions.
I mean, in terms of the sketchiness or the refinement, it would probably be Kunkel, because he does everything in pencil, and it's beautiful, and you get to see the freshness of it. Peter DeSev does do some refined stuff, but obviously Scott Gustafson is the most detailed, lavishly rendered stuff in the history of art, practically. He's incredible. And then a guy I reached out to, I think he's Scottish, and he lives in England, Ian McHugh, who I hadn't heard of before, but is outstanding. He has all these books on these sort of silly, mechanical airships that obviously wouldn't be able to fly, because they're so heavy, you know, very Victorian and steampunkish. But like someone who could clearly draw an amazing evil giant robot. So I'm excited to get him. There's an instructor who's there who also does a lot of mech work. A famous guy who I haven't been able to reach out to. James Gurney, Peter DeSevy, and McHugh all said yes. Scott Robertson is doing a signing on Saturday. Maybe we'll go together. The tickets are a little expensive, but it might be fun for you to see that. Because that's like a place where aspiring artists really go to get their work shown. And then the big deal, Gendy Tartakovsky.
Wow!
Yeah, is there. So he seems like a nice guy. I know he does sketches for people, so I'm just hoping he's not too busy. It just seems like this is the sort of place not open to the public, closed. I did get a special ticket there. If I can get access to him, I really think he would do it. Like animators like that, it's not someone like Chris Van Allsburg who like needs to spend all of his time in his studio drawing. So fingers crossed for him. You're doing a drawing for
watercolor for him for all the characters of Samurai Jack, Symbiotic Titan, Dexter's Laboratory, and Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
A giant mural of the characters that he's created.
Okay, I'll superimpose it on the video. So a little bit of a setback earlier in this month was the Mickelson Gallery in Northampton, Massachusetts. They have their 25th annual illustrators showcase. And my mom took one of the sketchbooks there last year and got some sketches. The person that I wanted there was Diane Dillon, Caldecott winner, team with her husband Leo Dillon, who passed away a few years ago. But she was going to be there, but then she pulled out. She canceled late. So I didn't even bother sending the sketchbook with my mom. So that was a setback. Some other Caldecott winners, Beth Cromes has a book coming out. I mentioned that last time. I think she'll have a signing in New Hampshire. And then Ed Young, who he has an art show in New York in the beginning of December. If I can talk my sister into going, if I could reach out to him beforehand, see if he would do it, and then ask my sister if she can go. Maybe. Uri Schulweitz is having a show at the Eric Carle Museum in March. So that's just bunch of Caldecott winners who I'm sort of keeping my eye on to try and get. There's only 15 left, and with Adam Kubert, there's only 9 Eisner-winning artists, best penciler inkers. In January, I had heard that Ralph Bakshi is doing a retrospective at the Egyptian Theater. So, he's in our sights. We'll try and get him. But this is really the off-season. CTN sort of closes the convention season for this project. And it won't be going up again until like late February. Long Beach Expo is now in February instead of May. So that would be the first one, and that won't be a big one. WonderCon, it's time to, this is downtime. Like if I'm going to mail it out to some artists, this would be a good time to do it. So I got to sort of rack my brain and put feelers out to see who I can get. Sketchbook number 4, that's the, there's only like 16 pages done in that. So that's a good one to mail around at this point. So winding down 2014 for Evil Giant Robots for You. It's been a very good year. But I think 2015 is going to be just as good. And, we're not at the end of the project, but we're getting there. So,
cross your fingers for Gendy Tartakovsky.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do, and we'll keep you updated, and thanks for tuning in.